A second vehicle PD faced immediate and severe criticism for both incidents, and the city would eventually reach a settlement with the winner shot. Shortly after, Dorner's own truck was found burned on a forest road near Big Bear Lake in the San Bernardino Mountains, roughly 7,000 feet in elevation. A massive search of the mountain community was launched. Officers went door to door in sub-freezing temperatures. Dorner was nowhere to be found. On February 9th, LAPD Chief Charlie Beck addressed Dorner directly through the media, and the department would reopen the disciplinary case that led to his firing and re-examine his allegations of racism. On February 14th, the charred remains were positively identified. Herring had already lost 2 daughters. She already back to the plane. Herring was 40 years old, living in South Bear, Vermont. Her history was death and back. 2 older daughters had been removed from her care at different points, and her grandchild had been taken as well. The youngest daughter was the one she fought hardest to keep. By all accounts, the 2 were exceptionally close. When DCF placed the girl into her father's custody earlier that year, things got worse for Herring. Her boyfriend and his mom later testified that she told him she wanted to shoot people in the head and watch the brain matter splatter. She told him people were going to head, and at some point, she showed him a handwritten list with names on it, names of her own family members, her cousins Regina and Rhonda Herring, women she was convinced had been calling DCF and feeding information about her. On the morning of August 7, 2015, Herring called the Berlin farmhouse where Regina, Rhonda, and their mother Julie Ann Falzerano lived together. She left a message on the answering machine. Rhonda's daughter Tiffany heard it. Herring was screaming, telling them to stop calling DCF, or she would come and shoot their brains out. Tiffany later left the house to go see a friend. That decision likely saved her life. Sometime that morning, Herring drove to the farmhouse and killed all 3 women. Falzerano was 73 years old, Rhonda was 48, and Regina was 43. When the shooting started, Regina ran upstairs and barricaded herself in a room, but Herring got to her anyway. All 3 women were dead before Herring left that farmhouse. Their bodies weren't found, but Herring wasn't done. She still had one more to live. Laura Sobel was a 48-year-old social worker at the Vermont Department for Children and Families office in downtown Barrie.
Get the fuck out of here.
Settle down. Spend the next 5 days getting ready. Long peaceful protests that the only language present in the story is bloodshed, and that violence against police is not just justified, but historically necessary. When the Dallas attack happened, he hoped that shooter Michael Johnson was one of us, and called the attack an act of justice. The backdrop for all of this was the July 5th killing of Alton Sterling, a 37-year-old black man shot by Baton Rouge police outside a convenience store. The video circulated nationally. Protests erupted across the rights investigation. Baton Rouge was already on edge when Long arrived. He spent those days scouting the area, headquarters on airline highway, researching options. Long was driving along airline highway when he pulled up alongside the officers on Gerald at a traffic light. Gerald, 41 years old, was 4 months out of
Sam Beach, I'm not a loser. Yeah. We the same people, we're not a weasel. Nah, I still got a lot of that shit. I still got a lot of that shit in my hard drive, yeah.
Gunshots were fired. Long open fire on the
Yeah, for a little bit. I got work in the morning. Yeah. Just woke up early again from the nap. I mean, I had to go to sleep, bro. I ate motherfucking like a nap, nigga. I was way tired as fuck. I didn't even go to bed last night because I won. So got wind from and had to get up at like 5:45. Nigga tired, bro. Yeah, I can listen. Alright, dude.
Suffering severe neurological before dying killed long before justified Goose dead, and it almost certainly prevented further deaths. Moore noted that long appeared to have intended to continue launching his headquarters after the ambush. Number 8. Bruce Pardo. Bruce Pardo was 16 in 2008, a Santa Claus costume, knocking on the door of a house full of people who were playing cards and watching their kids run around. When an 8-year-old girl opened that door, he shot her in the face. Pardo was 45 years old, a trained electrical engineer in the San Fernando Valley. By every outward measure, he was unremarkable. The people who knew him described him as pleasant. His own attorney said he was always cheerful. But over the course of 2000, 2 things happened that Pardo could not move past. His marriage fell apart, and he lost his job. He had married Sylvia Ortega in January 2006. Within the first year, Pardo refused to open a joint bank account with Sylvia and would not contribute to the cost of raising their 3 children from a previous relationship. By March 2008, they had separated, and divorce proceedings. In June, a judge ordered Pardo to pay $1,785 a month in spousal support. He complained in court filings that Sylvia was living rent-free with her parents, while spending money on a luxury car, trips to Las Vegas, restaurant meals, and golf lessons. He told a friend she was taking him to the cleaners. Then, in July, his employer discovered he had been fraudulently billing for hours he didn't actually work, and he was fired from ITT Corporation. The spousal support was suspended because he no longer had. The final settlement required Pardo to pay Sylvia $10,000. She She was also permitted to keep her wedding ring and the family dog, details small enough on paper, but ones Pardo had specifically raised in court filings as evidence that the proceedings were unfair to him. The divorce was finalized on December 18th. 6 days later, Pardo carried out an attack he had been planning for at least 6 months. Back in September, he had visited a costume shop less than 2 miles from his home and ordered a custom-made Santa Claus suit for $300. He asked for it to be made extra large, telling the seamstress he wanted to be extra jolly. The extra size left enough room to conceal multiple handguns and a large wrapped package underneath. By the time police searched his home in Montrose after the attack, they found 5 One of the guests recognized him and shouted his name before being shot. Pardo reached the room, smiling. Children were left without both parents. Three others died. Two more people. His rental car parked nearby had been rigged with remnants of the candy set to account black powder. Then around 200 black gas liquid. The bomb squad attempted to exonerate the car exploded, though none of the officers were injured. A second rental car was located about 5 feet from the home of Diablo, Sylvia's divorce attorney. It contained maps of the United States and Mexico, supplies, and a gasoline. Police concluded Pardo had intended to carry out a second attack at Nord's home after leaving Covina. He also had a contentious relationship with his own mother because he attended the divorce hearing and sided with Sylvia's family. Police later confirmed that Christmas as well. She had been invited to a Christmas party but stayed home because she was sick. Number 9. Mark Barton. On the morning of July 29, 1999, Mark Barton typed a note on his computer explaining what he had already done and what he was about to do. It was 6:38 in the morning. After finishing the note, he got in his car and drove to Atlanta. Barton was 44 years old, a former research chemist who had spent most of the previous decade as a day trader, buying and selling high-risk stocks out of trading offices in Atlanta's Buckhead district. By the summer of 1999, he had lost more than $105,000 at a single firm over the previous 2 months alone, and that firm had canceled his account. The other firm he regularly used had also stopped working with him. The money he had been trading with came from a $294,000 insurance payout in the death of his first wife, Deborah Speedy, who had been found bludgeoned to death alongside her mother in Alabama in September 1993. Barton had been the prime suspect in that case, but no charges were ever filed. He had financed his entire day trading career with that insurance money, focusing on high-risk internet stocks. By the summer of 1999, most of his stuff, his second wife, Leanne, had moved out of their rented house months earlier and into a two-bedroom apartment in Stockbridge, a suburb southeast of Atlanta. About 3 weeks before the killings, Barton showed up at her door with his 2 children from his first marriage, 12-year-old Matthew and 8-year-old Michelle, needing a place to live. She took them in. On the night of July 27th, Barton showed them hammer blows to the head while they slept, and then placed them face down in the bathtub. Take her as a hostage. He managed to get away with security. Someone else spotted him. And after dead by the time. When police searched the Stockbridge apartment, they found Leanne, Matthew, and Michelle, along with the 4 notes Barton had left without notice was released publicly by Henry County which posted the following day. The killings of the 2 trading offices, combined with the 2 families, were the brought Martin's total to 12 dead. 13 others were wounded and survived. The shooting remains the deadliest mass shooting in Georgia's history. No charges were ever brought. No trial. Number 10. Scott Deckry. On the afternoon of October 12, 2011, Scott Deckry walked into a hair salon in Seal Beach, California, wearing a bulletproof vest and carrying 3 loaded handguns. He knew exactly who he was looking for and exactly where to find her. Her name was Michelle Fournier, and she was his ex-wife. Seal Beach is a small, quiet coastal city in Orange County, about 30 miles south of Los Angeles. Salon Meritage sat at 500 Pacific Coast Highway, a well-regarded hair salon where Michelle worked as a stylist. She had built a life there, had regular clients, and was close with her co-workers. On that Wednesday afternoon, the salon was busy, with roughly 20 people inside. Deckry and Michelle Fournier had married in 2003 and had one son together, a boy named Dominic. In February of 2007, Deckry was working as a tugboat crew member when a tow line snapped on his vessel about 2 miles off the coast of Los Angeles. A 26-year-old crew member named Piper Cameron was struck by the severed line. The impact broke her neck and she died. Deckry suffered serious injuries to his leg in the same accident and was left with a permanent limp. He was later diagnosed with PTSD as a result of what he experienced that day. Court records noted that people around him observed a significant change in his personality after the accident. About a month after the accident, he and Michelle divorced. The divorce itself was one thing. What came after it consumed the next 4 years of Deckry's life. He and Michelle entered a bitter, drawn-out custody battle over Dominic, who was a young child at the time. Deckry pushed aggressively for sole custody. Michelle pushed back. In court filings, she described Deckry as physically abusive, said his behavior around decisions involving their son had become erratic and obsessive, and stated that he had once held a gun to her head. Her brother separately told media that Deckry had threatened to kill Michelle on more than one occasion. By the time the case went back to court in October 2011, Deckry had reportedly spent somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000 in legal fees. At some point around 2 months before the shooting, Michelle confided in a close friend named Sharon White that Deckry had told her he was going to come to the salon and shoot her. White later told reporters this directly. Michelle had clearly taken the threat seriously enough to tell someone about it, but she continued going to work. On October 11, 2011, the day before the shooting, Deckry and Michelle were both present at a custody hearing in Orange County Superior Court in Santa Ana. A court-appointed evaluator had prepared a report on the custody arrangement, and its recommendation was against giving Deckry sole custody. The report instead suggested a near-equal arrangement, one that did not give Deckry the outcome he had spent years and tens of thousands of dollars pursuing. Also
more
present
than
at that hearing
horseshoes
was a
and
woman
nails.
named Christine Wilson, a 47-year-old stylist at Salon Meritage and a friend of Michelle. Christine had testified in the hearing on Michelle's behalf, directly opposing Deckry's custody claim. The following afternoon, Deckry showed up at the salon. He arrived around 1:20 in the afternoon wearing a bulletproof vest and his clothing and carrying 3 handguns. He had 3 loaded spare magazines in his left cargo pocket and additional loose rounds in his right. He walked around Granger for the ones who get it done. Deadline walked out of the salon. He wasn't dead. In the parking lot, he noticed a 64-year-old man sitting in the door, which happened to be parked right next to Dekrai's vehicle. Dekrai later told investigators he believed Hawet was an off-duty or undercover police officer looking for a weapon. Dr. Hawet was dead. Dekrai survived Officers located Dekrai's truck less than half a mile from the salon at the intersection of Central Avenue was a Dekrai's use to preserve gunfire activity. Dekrai said, without looking at the future, I know what I did. He was taken to Orange County Jail and held without bail. Orange County District Attorney Tony Rakowitz announced charges 4 days later, 8 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances and 1 count of attempted murder. He stated that the motive was revenge over the custody dispute and described Dekrai's actions inside the salon as methodical execution. Rakowitz announced the office would seek the death penalty. The shooting was the deadliest mass murder in Orange County history. Dekrai's arraignment took place on November 29, 2011, where he entered a not guilty plea. His attorney was a public defender named Scott Sanders. The case then went through years of legal proceedings before reaching a critical turning point. On May 2nd, 2014, Dekrai pleaded guilty to all 9 counts, 8 murders, and 1 attempted murder. His attorney stated that Dekrai had been
why wouldn't we got off this man?
And wanted the victims' families to
I went to my Paragon board and was taking some points off of it and shit. Nigga, why this whole time I never had the main, you know, like the thing, the main big Paragon thing for the board, like the Cecil conduit, the Crackling energy thing, you know, like the little, I didn't have one push, nigga. I'm in the billions now.
In other words, he was a Sanders suspected this wasn't a coincidence.
Nah, it ain't wrong. I just didn't, mine ain't have it clicked. Like the legendary node, it wasn't clicked on that. So I was just doing like fucking 2,000 million. Now I'm in the billions, nigga. 20 billion, 40 billion.
The problem is that
yeah.
Once a person has been charged with a crime and has a lawyer representing them, law enforcement is
nigga, I'm in here doing 99s with 4 people, yo.
Without their
1.7 billion. Don't get rid of nothing. PSN card if you get my build up.
And the Texas statutory provisions form records on left a lasting imprint on Texas legal and political discussions, not because the facts were accurate, but because the facts were left by local forces of Texas reporting for investigators and prosecutors. The legal question was ultimately answered by the grand jury. For the public, the debate continued long after the case was closed. Number 2, Nicholas Brady and Howard. It was Thanksgiving Day, November 22nd, 2012, when 17-year-old Nicholas Brady broke a window on the north side of Byron Smith's home in Little Falls, Minnesota, and stepped inside. He was not alone. His cousin, 18-year-old Tyler Kipper, waited nearby, preparing to follow.
Work on my build for a PSN card.
64-year-old Smith was already there, sitting in a chair at the bottom of the staircase with a loaded .42 rifle in his hands. For weeks, he had been spending long hours in that basement, convinced that another break-in was coming. He had told people, felt targeted. He believed burglars had stolen his father's prisoner of war watch, cash, and tools in previous months. By November, he had removed light bulbs around the home, carried a hand.
You know, every time you always say, work on my build. Then you be like, this shit ass. That shit ass.
Footsteps moved across the main floor. Smith did not move one. He stayed in his chair, rifle aimed at the narrow stairwell. When the first intruder began to descend, only
I'm
the lower
sorry.
half of his body was visible.
This shit ass. Yo, man, fuck that shit. I'm changing it up. That's a favorite. Every time, that's your favorite. I ain't have my mic on, man. What the hell, man? I don't want these headphones on my head. That shit putting in work, though, huh?
15 minutes passed before the second intruder entered. Kipper came down the same staircase.
My Paragons, boy. My, Paragons ain't even up all of that. My glyphs.
left little room for interpretation. Two teenagers entered a home to commit a burglary. Smith responded with deadly force. But the shots delivered after the threat was over defined the crime, shaped the verdict, and determined that this Thanksgiving Day home invasion would end not as a self-defense incident, but as a double murder. Number 3. Derek Condon. Derek Ephraim Condon arrived at the rural edge of Bingham County just before sunrise. The isolated West 600 North even stirred. He was 39 years old, a Blackfoot resident with convictions, but a history that relatives described as unstable. Investigators later learned he had interacted with
Crucial, you still in there?
earlier at the pawn shop. A connection that prosecutors believe shaped why he targeted her. In the early hours of mid-March 2024, Condon parked his white Honda CR-V roughly 1 mile from the property, choosing a remote off-the-clock area where a vehicle would be unlikely to draw attention. From
Nigga.
They explained everything.
He dumb.
My home's protected.
Oh, for real. That's all you seen was 19? Nigga, I seen 40 some. You see it, I just be running through them motherfuckers, bruh. Huh? I ain't gonna get to tonight. I gotta go to work in the morning. Oh yeah, when you ain't on, I will. Nah, you complain every time. You be like, man, this ain't it. Oh yeah, it's the update. Oh, all right.
Headphones at, yeah.
Billy Black, is that Bill?
What's up? Yeah, what's up, man?
What up, yo? I didn't even see you come in here. This nigga just snuck in that motherfucker. I ain't even see your name pop up.
I'm on art.
He incognito. Nigga, why your man's, that's how y'all get down up in Jersey?
Oh, shit. What happened?
Why Reem on Tiger Woods last night? I was watching that nigga. That nigga ass at every game, yo. He even ass at Tiger Woods. This girl was beating the brakes off of him. It looked tight though. It looked like the old Tiger Woods. I used to only like the old Tiger Woods with an Xbox controller though, because it had all them motherfuckers on there. You can spin the ball, you can power it up, everything.
Why?
I didn't even see him come in here, bruh. Fuck wrong with my PlayStation, bruh. Bruh, I didn't even see. I didn't see nope, bruh. The main thing, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
The main thing you got in front of the motherfucking boss though to get out to get to good pieces, bruh. Cause this shit ain't gonna shine without them pieces, bruh. No.
Her disabled son remained downstairs, unaware of the exact situation. Christine lay on the living room floor for roughly 10 hours until late morning, when her son managed to bring her a phone. Shortly after midday, she called 911 and reported that she was handcuffed and the intruder was dead. Deputies arrived at approximately 12:17 p.m. and found the scene exactly as she described. Condon
Oh my God.
in the kitchen. Christine
What's this?
severely injured but alive on
I
the
gotta
living
go.
room floor. The broken rear window visible,
Mm-hmm.
arms, ammunition,
There we go.
duct tape, and restraints scattered throughout the house. Tire tracks and footprints were documented, leading back toward the remote parking area where the Honda CR-V was located. Inside the vehicle, investigators found cash, a money clip, ammunition, and items consistent with robbery preparation. A 47-page deputy report detailed every piece of physical evidence recovered. Christine
So
was
join up.
moved to Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center, where she underwent emergency treatment. During interviews with investigators, she described the sequence of events, though she acknowledged gaps in her memory due to the head injury and the shooting itself. Prosecutors compared her account with the physical evidence, scene photographs, and recovered
Oh, it's about to
items.
get spooky
Nothing
in here
contradicted
real
her
quick.
statements. Everything aligned with forced entry, armed burglary, kidnapping, aggravated battery, and credible threats to kill her. Bingham County Prosecutor Ryan Jolly initiated a formal incident review.
K9 still think he out there balling though. He still think he balling.
The trajectory of rounds fired, and the timeline reconstructed from footprints and
He think
research
he out there.
information.
He think he tough.
Christine's use of deadly force was justified under Idaho law. Condon's actions,
All the innocent, yeah.
restraint, threats, and escalating violence created a clear and immediate danger of death or serious injury.
Sound like it did it. It did sound like it though.
Murder, kidnapping,
That's funny.
Damn.
and aggravated battery. Instead, the case was ruled a justifiable homicide. The prosecutor described
If you want to keep your mana or whatever, you gotta put one of them elixirs on to say resource cost reduction. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing in here anyway. What the fuck? My cat gonna burn my PlayStation up getting the heat off of it. Hold on real quick. Ready, Cruise? Damn, why it sound like it be echoing like it?
Number 4, Maxwell Cook. Maxwell Cook stepped onto the woman's property just after midday on a Monday in late March 2017. He was a teenager dressed in black.
Which one you want to do? Man, this. Shut up. That's why it's gonna go quick.
What you mean if I die, it's your turn? Bro, I'm bound to die in Stellamontis.
Oh man, these things are like. Pokemon. Yeah, they said they shut down them servers. Wu said they about to shut the servers down for that shit. That used to be the shit. You fucking crazy. That shit was nice. They should have just did it better or something. They could have. I don't know what they could have did. Now 2K is ass. Somebody just got some purple shit on art.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, it's a ding ding ding.
I'm not friendly, bro. I'm in the door, but they can't hear me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I gotta get low.
You see my screen, Cruise? Them right here are the strongest. They stronger than a boss. Sometimes them little one. Nah, them ones with the red health thing over top of their head. You'll see one. I'll show you.
I gotta get up out of here. It's gonna get spooky.
You know you in them suit and tie lobbies.
Oh nah. I'm definitely not in them lobbies.
You been on there killing motherfuckers?
There's just no friendly lobby. It's been like that. The friendly lobbies ain't even friendly. Niggas are just mixed up right now. Oh, see? I see you, pussy. I'm not friendly. I'm not friendly, bro. Oh, oh.
You shot him?
Who you got, pussy? Fuck out of here. I told you I'm not friendly. Oh, I forgot. What you got, pussy? Got a free loadout. I'll take it with me, though.
Your man on fire.
In this case, the intruders were masked, armed, and had broken through a locked door. Those facts made the analysis straightforward in the eyes of prosecutors. Family members of the deceased teens later questioned the necessity of lethal force.
Got boots, let me see.
The boys had made a terrible choice, but should not have died for it. Law enforcement officials responded with equal clarity, stating that the teens entered a private residence, dressed and equipped for a high-risk burglary, and that homeowners are not expected to differentiate motives during a violent forced entry. Deputies also pointed out that the group had already burglarized another structure on the property earlier that day, further supporting the conclusion that the teens were engaged in an escalating criminal act rather than a single error in judgment. Investigators reconstructed the route. The earlier break-in at the detached garage, the items stolen from the recreation room,
Sorry, you still get points on it. Stupid. All this time I've been smashing the button. I ain't even gotta smash it. The ball work. Look, that red one right there. That motherfucker's strong. Look at him.
Dressed for a quick in and out break-in, and moving with confidence toward the back rooms of the house. Miller and Adams.
There he go. He right there. Yeah, he was just in the other pit with me. He sent me an invite. He got that new dude though. Oh shit, it's lagging. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be dead. Right. I knew it. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Whoa. Alright. Right.
Look at him in that shield. And
officers responding to neighbors' calls. What happened next shaped the direction of the case. Police reported that Miller had shouted directly to the Los Angeles County Court that became one of the most widely discussed elements of the case, not because it altered the medical findings, but because it added complexity to Greer's state of mind during the shooting. Detectives photographed the scene, documented the forced entry, the damaged safe, and the injuries on Greer's body. They questioned him immediately. Greer gave multiple statements, some measured, blunt, described being assaulted in his own home by two much younger individuals. He said
you
he was
need
afraid the pair had attacked him before, and that he
I changed one of them.
his public comments.
Oh no, that's the winner. Oh, you need tactician and Bieber,
But the legal question rested on whether prosecutors
elementalist, destruction, and charge.
under California law, and specifically under the standards for homicide charges, the burden required prosecutors to disprove self-defense beyond a reasonable doubt. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office reviewed the case evidence, including Greer's physical injuries, the sequence of the burglary, the location of the shooting, and the circumstances under which the intruders fled. After examining police reports and forensic findings, the DA's office announced it would not file murder or manslaughter charges against Greer. Prosecutors stated they could not meet the legal threshold to demonstrate he had
It's real
acted
quiet in
with
here,
malice,
bro.
or that he did not reasonably fear for his safety in the
I
moments
don't like
following
that.
the assault.
They about to get
They
you.
emphasized his age,
It's too
his
quiet, my man.
vulnerability,
I don't hear
and
no
the fact that
shots.
he'd been physically overpowered
Nobody
by two
talking.
adults inside his own home.
It might just be motherfucking
Suspects fled. Prosecutors concluded the overall
farming. You might be in one of them good ones.
criminal filing. The case was formally closed with no charges
There's
against him.
fucking shredders everywhere.
Responsibility for Miller's death shifted
Okay.
instead
Yeah,
to an
something.
accomplice. Under California's felony murder principles, when a death occurs during the commission of a dangerous felony, such as first-degree residential burglary or robbery, accomplices can be held legally accountable, even if they did not fully murder. Gus Richard Adams was charged with first-degree robbery and first-degree burglary. He later pleaded guilty to those charges and was sentenced to more than 10 years in state prison.
Motherfucker.
Stated that had they pursued full felony murder charges, he would have faced the possibility of a life sentence.
Okay.
The court accepted a plea agreement on burglary and robbery. Directly motivated
I had a shotgun going off. They nerfed the shotgun on here too.
Yeah, no, Wu told me about damn time.
Yeah, because it was two shotting like crazy. I'm trying to hear me.
inside the home and the forced entry.
Niggas on the fourth floor going crazy. Let me up. Oh. Let me up there. Nah, you behind me, pussy. I see you. Stop crying, bro.
And followed them into town, where he fired a single round that killed one of them. Prosecutors examined the evidence of the case and determined the scenario did not support homicide charges. Adams, as was dividing it, held accountable for burglary and its fatal outcome. Today,
Shredder.
cited succession on self-defense, proportional force, and the unique vulnerability of elderly individuals confronted by younger, physically stronger people. The fact that this instance support entry into the assault
Oh, they beat the shit in there.
Look at him, look.
Oh shit.
Nigga right by the heat.
Oh,
Nah.
Oh, they got another one. There's too many niggas in here, bro. Lagging. I'm in a friendly lobby, yo.
I know it.
These niggas is too friendly. I'm about to set it off on somebody. I knew I should have bought some motherfucking
Put a button up.
The mines.
You need a button up. He in the friendly John.
Nah, shit. But the damn, what's the name of the grenades, bro? The stickies.
Oh, the sticky grenades.
Yeah.
What you be throwing them at people?
I've been dying to catch a group of niggas to throw it on, and I don't have it with me. I'm pissed right now, bro. They're like in a group. I've been dying to catch a group and just throw it. Poop, poop. Oh my god. What a motherfucking Torrente, nigga.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. I'm gonna set it off on one of these niggas. It's 1, 2, 3.
It was like it's a rat.
Yo, I hate the niggas screaming it's a rat. I'm gonna catch one of these niggas slipping by themselves.
Come here, Cruz, hurry up.
Outside the pharmacy in pursuit of Ingram, but could not continue the chase due to chronic back problems. He returned inside less than a minute later. Surveillance footage of
Funny shit is, it be the same niggas. Like this nigga right here. He's gonna try, right? He's trying. Look, see? I told you. I knew it. Yeah, let's go. I love it. Yes. Who's rat? Who's the rat? Who's the rat? Because I want a rat
Kill
too.
him.
No. They did,
Somebody-
but it's too many niggas, bro.
Oh, somebody there ratting.
I'm staying back. Oh, he killed them. Fuck wrong with you, pussy? Well, I set it off. Now everybody killing each other. Oh, where you shooting from me? From the top. Oh. Fuck, he got me. Oh, he's a motherfucking bitch, yo.
Killed you.
Yeah, so I did niggas on the train. I killed a nigga on the train and 2 niggas down on the train. I jumped off the train. It was a nigga on the steps waiting.
Damn.
And there's a nigga across too on both sides of the steps. He put me down though. I'm crawling. I got a renegade on me. Oh. You shoot me with a rattler. Oh, I don't deserve to die by a rattler. I don't.
Like a regular rattler, probably.
A regular one too. Oh my god.
Close. You wanna go do that, boss? Or you wanna keep doing the pit?
What you mean? Can you play? Let me get one. All right, let me get one more. I'm gonna do a free loadout. I ain't gonna bring a loadout.
Somebody keep. I guess they want to keep doing that shit.
Yeah, that 30 clip keto be putting niggas down.
Yeah.
They blast.
I got a nice
You
ring
favor?
for you though, bruh. 3-star.
Yo, they gonna give me a Pharaoh watch for my last game.
I ain't even in there yet.
Damn, I ain't smoked down here for a long time.
Yeah, I ain't even there. Yeah, I ain't even there yet.
Yeah, what y'all playing, yo?
Diablo.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Better than 2K. 2K. $2K go ass after a month.
Oh, it's getting spooky. Yeah, I'm such a terrible player, y'all. Where you gonna shot from, bro?
This is the Under Armour.
Oh shit. Oh, you fucking bitch. Ah! Get up out of there. He got me. Look. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, a nigga glitched me, yo. I died. No, you seen that, day, boss? I died on the train tracks, and I'm on the second floor all of a sudden, on the ground. What the fuck? That shit just glitched out. I ran down the train tracks, got shot, and died on the second floor. That was crazy. Let me watch it. Somebody got share play on? Yeah, buddy, give me 1 second. This what you point? What is that? What are you doing?
We're in the pit.
It's just like a little ball running around. What is that?
That's my build. I'm a sorcerer. It got different kind of builds on it.
Oh, this remind me like this like Golden Axe, like the newer version. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the Gauntlet?
Yeah, nigga, chill out.
You don't remember Gauntlet?
All that.
They had the elf and the axe nigga, and they had the wizard.
Big Bash, you don't know. This is what we came up on. This is the type of shit we used to play. Just look corny. Huh? Yeah, so you don't know.
That last only saying that because he won't play Fortnite. He like, yeah, I don't want you to play that. I want you to get on Fortnite. Yeah, that shit look trash, Dad. Don't play that.
Yeah, you shooting this shit too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a wand in my hand.
What's this called?
Diablo 4.
Cool. Get on there and make a build.
Crucial can carry you too. He got the strongest build on the game. They got all the money. I had to hit the spot up. Had that ring spot up. Here, Cruz, take this ring.
Ready to see what you will find with Holmes AI?
Witnesses, including a local hairdresser, told investigators that Karma said he was staying up at night, waiting to shoot some kid. His defense attorneys argued that Karma feared another break-in and believed an intruder might be armed, pointing to the previous.
Shit, word. Playing this? Are you what at his house? Are you seeing Kareem playing this? Was he doing good? Or he looked like he was trash? He looked like he was trash. My son said he seen Mega playing this. He looked like he was trash.
Oh, somebody looked like he was trash.
My son said it about Reem. I said he just said
oh, Reem. Yeah, Reem used to play this.
He said he seen Reem playing.
Reem is doo-doo.
He on what's that new shit that just came out?
The shooting game. That little. I don't know. I can't play that shit. That shit look ass to me, bro.
I'm surprised you're not on. That's what we're playing right now. So. New product. How much is it? It's only $30? What you mean? Nah, I'm too much. I'm stuck on art play.
The Montana Supreme Court unanimously upheld the conviction, writing that the evidence clearly supported the jury's finding that Karma had acted with intent. Later petitions to the United States Supreme Court were denied. A 2019 request for a trial based on claims of ineffective assistance.
Look at my screen.
Was rejected as well. Today, the case is citing
hold on, buddy. You can play. Hold on.
about self-defense,
Damn, we need some art. I gotta do some fucking
between responding to a threat and anticipating
matriarchs.
the factual record, from the surveillance system to the staged garage to The pattern of the
Watch the
shots
boss.
formed a consistent narrative for investigators, prosecutors, and juries.
Watch this shit.
And that record explains why the death of
Wasif.
17-year-old Kieran Beatty inside a
Yo, what's up,
Diablo
y'all?
is legally defined as deliberate homicide rather than self-defense. Number 8, forensic evidence. Late on the night of August 20th,
Ready up,
1995,
Cruz.
when 16-year-old Fred Barris moved through the downstairs rooms of a remote farmhouse called Bleak House in Emnet Hungate, Norfolk. He and 29-year-old Brendan Aaron had broken into a ground floor window, working their way inside the property.
Oh, I got a Harlequin's quest. Press.
And known by locals to have been targeted by burglars before. Upstairs in one of the rooms was the homeowner, 54-year-old farmer Anthony Tony Martin, who had spent years reporting theft, losses, and damage on his property. At the moment Barras and Huron entered the house, Martin was awake, armed with a pump-action Winchester Model 13 shotgun successfully. Martin later told investigators he believed he invaded him, that he feared for his life, and victimized repeatedly. The documented record shows that he had lost his legal firearm certificate years earlier after firing at a man's vehicle in 1994, but the shotgun remained in his possession. Forensic evidence and witness accounts reconstructed what happened next. From the upstairs landing, Martin fired down the staircase and into the adjoining room where the intruders were moving. The shotgun was loaded with birdshot. 3 rounds were discharged in total. 1 blast came from the staircase. 2 more were fired as the intruders turned to fight the escape downstairs with the victim. Barrow was struck from behind. Shot held his hands in back and legs. Huron, hit her leg, managed to force himself out of the window and flee into the night. Barris followed, but collapsed outside near the property. Huron was located later by police and taken for medical treatment. Barris was pronounced dead at the scene. Neither intruder was armed with a firearm. They had broken into the house to steal valuables, as they had done in other burglaries in the region. Police and paramedics arrived on the property, documenting the trajectory of the shotgun blasts and the location of Barris's body outside the house. Investigators recovered the illegal firearm and established the firing positions on the landing and stairwell. The Crown Prosecution Service charged Martin within months, focusing on the central legal question under English law, whether the
Cruz.
force used was reasonable for self-defense.
How much PSN card you talking about?
That Martin had shot at burglars who were fleeing the property, firing from an elevated
This ain't gonna be no easy task, I'll tell you that.
and that Barras was hit in the back at a point when he no longer posed an immediate threat. At trial in April 2000,
Dub?
the jury heard forensic testimony
Dub?
describing the forward angle of the shots
Word?
and the positions of Barras and Huron.
Damn.
The prosecution emphasized that
I'm
English
gonna have to
law
hook you up then.
and that shooting a retreating intruder within
That's a whole game right there.
exceeded that threshold. The defense argued that Martin, living alone in an isolated property repeatedly targeted by criminals,
Niggas at the billions.
was at imminent risk of
Damn.
harm and reacted in fear. They presented evidence of previous break-ins and Martin's long-standing sense of vulnerability.
Smell something delicious. What is it?
Returned a verdict of guilty for the murder of
Nah, I'm
Fred
good.
Barras and wounding with intent toward Brendan
It's
Huron.
delicious.
He received a life sentence
Banging,
for
ain't
murder
it? You been waiting for that.
current
You
sentence
been
was
looking for that.
prohibiting in firearms charges. Martin's introducing psychiatric
Huh.
evaluation
All right, Cruz.
has been available at trial. The reports diagnosed
I made
Martin
it
with
like the
paranoid
flavor,
personality
like
disorder
the beef
and
jerky
later Asperger's
that
syndrome.
we have, the sweet and
Conditions
spicy.
the Court of Appeal
I put a
accepted
little
as
bit of barbecue sauce
substantially
in it while
impairing
it's
his
cooking.
judgment that night. In
Wanna try
October
mine?
2001,
Nah.
the court replaced the murder conviction
I want in that cheap
manslaughter
ass steak.
on the grounds of
It
diminished
ain't real steak, yo.
His sentence was reduced to 5 years for manslaughter with a
Good.
concurrent 3-year term.
It smell good though.
He served approximately
Smell like an arm,
release on license in July
a human arm.
2003. The case ignited a national debate across the United Kingdom. Some viewed Martin as a man abandoned by authorities and repeatedly targeted by burglars who finally fought back. Others saw the case as a clear violation of the principles
You
governing
want a theater?
self-defense, that a homeowner cannot lawfully use lethal force against someone who is running away. The photographs taken that night, the forensic trajectories, the illegal firearm, and the documented diagnosis presented on appeal formed the core factual framework for the courts. And that record explains why the death of 16-year-old Fred Barras at Bleak House became one of the most widely discussed home defense cases in modern British legal history. Number 9. Ricky Slater. It was just after 3:20 in the morning on March 26, 2016, when 40-year-old Ricky Slater entered the hallway of a home in Texas suburb of Nashville. He was carrying a shoulder bag containing 3 knives, cannabis, and methamphetamine. According to Slater's instructions, Stephanie, a nearly bedroom, completely safe girl, was the child's mother, needed was not home that night. The homeowner, 63-year-old Chef Benjamin Nevada, had been away with another routine person inside the house. The encounter that followed began inside the home, but moved rapidly towards the street outside, where the fatal struggle took place. Nevada responded to Slater almost immediately. At that moment, Slater fled from the house and ran into the driveway area of the property. Nevada chased him. Forensic evidence documents that Nevada was Slater with restraints around the neck. A neighbor who was at the door that night reported seeing battered and multiple pairs of chokehold questions multiple times. Several neighbors told investigators that they repeatedly heard battered and shot, but the struggle continued until Slater became unresponsive. Police and paramedics were called and arrived. Slater suffered multiple cardiac arrests in the hospital and died the following day. The circumstances leading up to the confrontation became central to the legal analysis. The investigation confirmed that Slater was broken armed with knives and unloaded with methamphetamine. The toxicology report later showed high levels of the drug in his system, and medical findings established that he had underlying heart disease. According to the medical specialist who testified, these conditions made him an elevated risk of sudden cardiac arrest when exposed to distracted exertion. That detail would later complicate the question of whether the chokehold itself caused the fatal outcome. Police charged battery for murder, and the case was towards Slater. Then trial. Prosecutors argued that battery used excessive force. Police recalled Slater at a point he was already restrained and no longer able to flee. They emphasized witness statements describing a prolonged chokehold and repeated punches, as well as reports that battery shouted threats during the altercation. Their position was that battery actions exceeded what the law allowed in the defense of a dwelling or directed at the arrest. The defense maintained that battery was discovered in arms from inside the bedroom, specifically near the bedroom of his daughter, and that Slater's possession of knives and his presence inside the house at that hour gave battery every reason to believe he and his family were in danger. They argued that battery's actions restrained Slater and verbally detaining him until police arrived. Medical experts called by the defense testified that Slater's death was most likely caused by a combination of methamphetamine intoxication, an excessive and the physical exertion of the struggle, rather than by asphyxiation alone. During the trial, the court heard detailed forensic testimony. One specialist told the jury that the chokehold may have contributed to Slater's collapse, but was unlikely to be the sole cause of death. Another explained that the fatal sequence of cardiac arrest was consistent with stimulant toxicity and coronary disease, sudden, intense stress. These findings align with the defense argument that battery actions would not be categorically identified as the direct cause of death from a medical standpoint.
Seriously.
After 2 weeks of proceedings, the jury reviewed the evidence, the items found in Slater's bag, the toxicology report, the heart condition, the neighbor's statement, the chokehold, and the location of the struggle outside the home. They returned a verdict of not guilty on all charges, both murder and manslaughter. The court accepted that Batterum had acted in self-defense and within the scope of a lawful citizen's arrest, given that Slater was armed and had entered the home unlawfully. In months following the verdict, a judge examined the homicide charges and concluded that the decision had been unreasonable. The medical evidence, the judge noted, offered a clear basis to support the allegation that Batterum's actions alone caused Slater's death. Batterum restrained the right to recover from substantial legal costs. The case raised considerable public debate throughout the jury. Some saw Batterum innocent, protecting his family from a dangerous life. Others argued the Keandre Funches. It was about 2:30 in the morning on August 3rd, 2017, when 27-year-old Keandre Funches entered a small home on Griggs Street in Marietta, Georgia. According to police, he was led inside by another man, identified later as Javarian Mitchell, who had access to the property. Green, who lived there with her 3 children, was awake when she heard movement in the hallway. When she stepped out of her bedroom, she saw Funches inside the house. Investigators later reported that he had threatened her with a handgun, and she told officers that she believed he intended to harm her and her children. The confrontation escalated in seconds. Green retrieved the handgun she kept in the home. The accounts reviewed by police showed that she fired at Funches during the encounter inside the property. Officers who responded to the scene found Funches unresponsive and later confirmed that he had died inside the
K9.
home. Green and her husband were detained for questioning as
Nigga, it's time for you to start playing a different game sometime, bruh.
witness statements and collecting the firearm evidence. Her 3
Cause
children were placed temporarily with relatives while the investigation continued. Police focused immediately on Mitchell, the man they identified as having given Funches access to the home. He was arrested the same day and charged with multiple felonies, including aggravated assault with a firearm, false imprisonment, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and counts connected to felony murder statutes for facilitating the invasion. Detectives recovered items from the scene and conducted interviews that placed Mitchell at the center of the entry and escalation. The working theory from investigators was that Mitchell knowingly allowed an armed individual to enter an occupied residence where children were present. As the investigation progressed, prosecutors reviewed the physical evidence, the 911 call, and the statements from Green describing the moment Funches threatened her. They examined the presence of the handgun, the position of the body, and the accounts from neighbors who heard the disturbance. Toxicology later indicated that Funches had methamphetamine in his system, and medical findings suggested he may have had underlying health issues, although details on those conditions were not fully disclosed. These factors became relevant in evaluating the question of causation and whether the homeowner's actions alone could be considered criminal. Despite this, the district attorney initially pursued homicide charges. That decision brought the case into the court system for a full trial. Green's defense emphasized that she was a mother confronted by an intruder in the early morning hours, who believed the man was armed and threatening her children. They framed her actions as a direct response to an immediate threat in her own home. Prosecutors countered that the use of deadly force required justification and that the circumstances needed to be examined carefully. During trial proceedings, evidence was presented about the items found in Funches' possession, the condition of the home, and the statements Green made to responding officers. Testimony also highlighted the role of Mitchell, whose actions in bringing Funches into the home became central to the prosecution's narrative of joint responsibility. Expert medical testimony indicated that Funches' methamphetamine use and physical condition could not be separated from the cause of death, complicating efforts to attribute the fatal outcome solely to the shooting. After hearing the evidence, the jury returned a verdict of not guilty on all homicide charges. They accepted that Green had acted in defense of herself and her children during a sudden and potentially lethal intrusion. The court's conclusion also reflected the medical uncertainty surrounding the exact cause of death and the role that Funches' own drug use and health might have played. In the aftermath, a judge reviewed the prosecution's case and ruled that the decision to pursue charges had been unreasonable, writing that the evidence did not support a definitive criminal theory. That ruling allowed Green to seek recovery of her legal costs. The case generated strong reaction within the community, where some residents argued that homeowners should not be prosecuted for defending their children during a violent home invasion. Others emphasized the importance of examining use of force carefully, even in highly charged situations. But the documented record, the 911 call, the handgun, the presence of an accomplice who enabled the break-in, the toxicology findings, and the jury's acceptance of self-defense forms the basis for the legal outcome. And that record explains why the shooting of 27-year-old Keandre Funches inside a Marietta home was justified rather than criminal. These cases show how quickly a home invasion can escalate and how heavily the law decision made in those few seconds. So, the moment the threat ends is the moment the law expects. Well, if you want more verified, more accurate cases every week, stay safe until next time.
Granger knows that as an HVAC technician, the heat is on you every day. Your first call? An office building with a noisy AC unit. Time to put your experience to work. On site, your meters don't lie. The blower motor's failing. But Granger's easy-to-search website quickly helps you find what you need to keep the office and their HVAC running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the work. Get it done.
She was 18 years old, freshly graduated, sitting here rocking like a heart.
PSN.
I got you, Bruce. Kill that guy. That's what they do to me. I be tired of that shit.
Well, well, well.
You got the eggs?
Oh. Well, I've just been so high and by. That's it.
For real?
Yeah.
What you doing?
I was playing with Valve.
On that, what's that game called?
She's still a 69, I bet.
Off the grid.
Crucial said, I bet you're 69 still.
Big 71 out here.
71, Crucial. 71.
And for your eggs, they are gone. They're not here.
Oh, damn. Too bad, too sad. Word, I gotta be up at 5:45. I gotta. Alright, y'all. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright, bro.
Alright, peace. Crucial. My motherfucking Blizzard build ass. It's like slow. I don't know, like that slow stuff. That give me a better wing. Milo. It reminds you of Garfield. Okay, now.